Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's 15-minute market update. Today is Wednesday, August 7th, 6:38 a.m. local time. I hope you're having a good day, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Let me start off by protecting myself legally and giving you my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am wrong 99.9% of the time. So if you use real money and you follow me, you have a 99.9% chance of losing it all. This is just for entertainment purposes only. This is to be considered game theory for your fantasy paper trading. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at the market. We're going to look at the chart that we left off yesterday. We're looking at a scenario yesterday. We're waiting to see which one of these we honor. The first scenario was because of the extreme drop. First thing in my mind, I got to look for a lower high. Lower high would give me if we were to close yesterday in this area here, one quick move, then I'm going to be considering a lower low. That's going to be the more probable scenario. However, if we can honor this continuation rule here and develop and form, better said, a W, then I'm going to think that this is the bottom, and we're going to come down and put a proper market structure for us to start heading back to the top of the range. We did not get this lower high. We did not get that close up here, which is good. That means that in the probability factor is that we're not going to put a lower low, and this was the bottom. So at this point, let me do this. I'm going to remove that. And now let's talk about the probable scenario. Now what I'm looking for is going to be a move. Either we hit the 382 already. We're now flipping it over. And we are, actually, let me see if we back tested it. Give me 1 second. I just want to see something really fast here. Here's a 382, resistance. We back, okay, perfect. And we did back test it. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. So now what I'm looking for is, let me go back to the daily. Now what I'm looking for is us to go into the 0.50. 0.50, develop the inside of that W, and then come down into here and put that double bottom structure. Now, there's a couple of ways we can do it. We can do it short of hitting the bottom here, but the most likely, what I like to see the most is a sweep. A sweep to me indicates a stop hunt, which to me is a strong indicator that we're going to the top of the range, because they would not be worrying so much about stop hunts if we weren't going to the top of the range. I don't want to pay these people out. They want to make sure that the people who jumped in on longs, who grabbed some of this and are putting their stops here, that they're out of the game before the game even begins. So that's why I'm looking for that. So for right now, guys, let's do this. Let's go to the hourly time frame. I want to also see this drop. Let me get a clean chart. Yeah, this will work. Let's look at this here. What I want to do also is I want to map out a new range. I've been showing you guys channels because channels are very powerful. I like to see the top of the channel, the bottom of the channel get honored, but the validator for me is the medium line of the channel. That validates that my top and bottom are pretty reasonable. They're within a range that I feel comfortable with. So let's try to see if we can map one out here. I don't know if it'll work, but what I'm looking for is, you see all the support that we had here at the 60,000, what is it, $60,268 area. If you look left, that's a lot of support in there. And then we have a bottom here, kind of like we did the last range. We took the top and the bottom to see if we can formulate a range. So let me do this for a second. I don't know if it'll work out, but let me just see here. Okay, that'll be the bottom of the range around there. I'm at 268. We'll take this here. Okay. All right, we'll take this. I don't like the way we don't have any respect on the middle of that line. That's my validator, that middle line. But you know what? But I can't adjust this to meet my. Yeah, no, this would have been great. I'm going to do this one here because that's the actual bottom here. So let me do this. Let me put this to 49,000. Let me just, I didn't, okay. So it doesn't have a way to put it. So it's pretty much at 49. This is 49,000. I'm getting 49.32, but it's close enough. I'm just trying to adjust. Oh, I was hoping to adjust it just a little bit to fit. Let me go in here. Right there, and let me pull this down just so I can get it to see if I can get closest to 49 even, because we know that wick was at 49 even. I don't know if it's gonna, no, that's the closest I can get it. Okay, in any case, so this is the prior support. Look at the support, look at the support, look at that support, look at that support. So that tells me that's going to be an area where I'm going to have strong resistance. What I wanted to see is I wanted to see a nice touch here for my validator. But let me look at the lower time frames. Give me one sec. There it is. Oh, okay, I did again. I just had to zoom down. Duh. So this is what I'm talking about, my validator. I wanted to see a stop here on the medium line. I wasn't getting that here, so I wasn't feeling too comfortable about this channel. So I went to the lower time frames, and there she goes. When we bounced here, look at where we stopped. Look, I'm not making this shit up. Look right there. That's the validator. All right. Look at all that resistance. And then here's the key. When we broke above it, we back tested it. We validated that this channel is in the right place. Hope you guys, pretty easy to understand, but sometimes, like I said, when I saw it on the daily, it wasn't jiving to what I normally look for. But I should know better. Go down to the lower time frames, and you can find that that validator, and I got the validator. So now the question is, we have a new range, and we've confirmed the channel using the validator here. However, we haven't touched this area yet. So yes, it looks great so far, but in order to really confirm that this may be a new range that we're going to break out of, keeping in mind, remember, we got to keep in mind that we need to develop a back test of this bounce here. Very unlikely we're going to V-shape on the daily time frame. So for right now, the plan for today is, can we make it up to the top here? If we can make it up to the top in here and not cross over, then I'm going to expect a move down. And that move down may be for what I'm looking on the daily time frame to give us that W on a higher time frame, that market structure that'll make me more confident that we're going to go back to the top of the range. But as of right now, I cannot just assume that. I have to wait for the data to come in. Now, it's not going as fast as we want, because the market is not in a hurry. Only we are. So we're going to have to wait to see how this is going to resolve today. Are we going to hit the top of this channel and then come down to the bottom of this channel? Now, one thing I do want to put on here, guys, now that we have this range here, is I don't want to forget our measurement for the inside of that W. So I want to make sure there's confluence here, because I need to put my here. I need to make sure that we honor that we don't close above the 0.50 fib on the underside. So let me look at this here real quick. Give me 1 second. Here and here. Where does that line up to the top? Okay, that's right there. Okay, so it's not that far off. My concern is this, guys. In order for my W, the inside of my W to form, I need to see that we don't close and maintain a candle above the 0.50. So if we wick above it and we wick to the top of this channel and we close below here, that's the key. As long as we close below there and we don't open above, then I'm okay. I feel comfortable that the inside of that W is starting to get formed, that we got the left side of the inside of W. Now we got to push down to get the right side of that W, and obviously, and then the spring action. And just because we form this and we come down here doesn't guarantee that this is the bottom. We can obviously fall, and the invalidation to this theory is going to be kind of the same as the 0.50. If we come down and we don't sweep, but we close a candle and we put an actual lower low, then it gets invalidated. A sweep, a wick, to me, the way I look at the market, the way I measure these moves, is not a lower low. It's just a shadow. We have to have a solid close in order for me to consider this a lower low. Some people consider the wicks a lower low, and that's okay. You can. I'm not telling you how you can trade, but for the formation that I look at and that I play very often, those are the rules that I'm looking for. All right. So once we get that, then we'll be able to, again, I'll have more information, more data, and more confidence that we're going to hit back to the top of the range. So as of right now, look, we're even falling back below the 382 mark. So we may not even confirm that that we're going to go to the top of this range, and that's okay. I got the confirmation that I wanted to see, and now was this validation. We can easily roll back into here and then bounce back. It's going to take its time, or as I said yesterday, 382 is really all I need. A 382 from there and a move back into here, great. That's all you're going to give me? No problem. No problem at all. You go ahead and just give me that and get me that formation, because that's the most important thing that I'm looking for. This is just a measurement for the inside of that W. It already tagged what I needed to do. So it already met the objective. Now the only thing I need is a follow through to come down into here and give me that move that I've been looking for. So at this point here, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what happens today, and then tomorrow we're going to continue the video and see, just like we did yesterday. We have to give it time. Yesterday, look, nothing happened. All we did is just a slow little climb up to the 382, because we were wondering, are we going to hit the top, or are we going to hit the formation of that W to get us that bullish market structure to get us back to the top of the range? We didn't need to wait for the data. The data came in. It was really weak. Very, very slow. We didn't even quite finish our harmonic pattern. I don't know if you guys remember the harmonic pattern to the upside based on the higher low. So let me show you what that harmonic pattern was. That was this here. We created that lower high. So we clone it to the, right there. We clone this to the bottom, so we have AB equals CD. That is the top of our harmonic pattern. We haven't even gotten that far yet. We have not gotten to the top of our harmonic pattern. So for now, it's still a wait. It's still a wait and see what's going to happen. And tomorrow, we'll see if where we went. We could do this here all day long. The market doesn't have to do anything. We have to conform to what the market does. So I'm sorry I don't have that much information for you guys today, guys, but at least we were able to carve out a possible new range, which I don't know. It's not confirmed yet. We got a validator as far as where I put my lines, but the range has to confirm here. All this line does, it doesn't confirm the range. It confirms that I put my top of the range and my bottom of the range where I should be putting it here. But if we break above it straight up and we don't stay inside of here, then there was really no range. I hope that makes sense. Everyone have a really good day, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And if you guys want to join my Telegram group, guys, $25 a month. Based on what I look at the market, I call out, you need to buy here, you need to sell here, obviously for your paper trades. But I'll give you that information. It's only $25 a month. Give it a try. Send me a DM, and I'll give you the link to sign up. All right, guys, have a good one.